It sits quietly on your shelf, a little blue and yellow can that most people think is just for squeaky doors. But what if I told you that same can of WD-40 could save your car and your wallet? Because this isn't just a lubricant, it's a secret weapon, one that mechanics use quietly, dealerships charge hundreds for, and car veterans swear by. Today, you're about to discover 19 WD-40 car hacks that can prevent rust, silence noises, fix annoying issues, and even avoid expensive repairs that most drivers don't see coming. Let's start with something that literally saves your ignition. Ever had trouble turning your key in the ignition? Before you call a mechanic, spray just a little WD-40 into the ignition barrel. It dissolves grime, restores smooth movement, and can save you from a $400 ignition cylinder replacement. And how about this? Stuck car doors in winter? Spray WD-40 inside the door locks and on the rubber seals. It creates a barrier that prevents moisture from freezing the mechanisms shut. One 5-second spray can save you from broken handles or torn seals. Now picture this. You're walking back to your car in the rain, and your wipers are smearing instead of wiping. Clean the blades with WD-40. It removes oil, dirt, and rubber buildup that make your wipers streak. The result? Clear vision, safer driving, and fewer replacements. Next, let's talk about battery terminals. Corrosion is your car's silent killer. It causes no starts, weak crank, and electrical gremlins. Spray WD-40 on the terminals after cleaning them. It prevents corrosion from returning. Dealerships charge for this. You just did it yourself for pennies. Have annoying squeaky suspension joints or bushings? Sure, they may need replacing eventually. But if you're hearing light squeaks over bumps, a shot of WD-40 on control arm bushings or sway bar links can silence the noise and delay expensive repairs. Let's move inside the cabin. Ever notice your seatbelt won't retract properly? A bit of WD-40 sprayed at the base, not on the belt itself, can restore spring tension. Most people live with the annoyance. You just fixed it for free. Now this one's a game-changer: stuck power windows. Sometimes it's not the motor, it's friction inside the rubber window tracks. Spray WD-40 down the track and run the window up and down a few times. You'd be surprised how often this dead window comes back to life. Don't ignore your hood latch or trunk lock either. A sticky latch in the middle of nowhere is a nightmare. WD-40 keeps it smooth, clean, and rust-free, saving you from being stranded with a stuck hood when your engine's overheating. Here's a slick hack: remove old bumper sticker residue or dried window decals using WD-40. Spray, wait a few seconds, and peel. It breaks down the adhesive without damaging the paint or glass. Body shops charge for this service. You just did it for 15 cents. Let's talk spark plugs. Removing plugs from an old or high-mileage engine? Spray a little WD-40 around them and let it sit. It penetrates corrosion and makes removal safer and easier, especially if you're worried about snapping a plug. And don't forget sticky hood hinges. They're rarely greased, and honestly they often just rust out. Hit them with a little WD-40, and they'll open and close like new. It also helps prevent those annoying squeaks that, well, just scream neglect every single time you pop the hood. Now picture this. Your car's plastic headlights are all fogged over. WD-40 isn't going to permanently restore them, but it will, temporarily clear them up for weeks by repelling moisture and adding a bit of clarity. It's perfect if you're selling your car or going in for an inspection. Gives you instant shine with no need for polish. Having issues with dirty license plate bolts that just refuse to budge? WD-40 breaks that rust grip without snapping the bolt. Because honestly, snapping one off means you've got to remove the whole bracket, and that's really not fun. And here's a simple but genius hack. Just spray a little WD-40 on your car key and insert it into each door lock once a month. I know, most modern cars have remote unlock these days, but when the battery dies, those manual locks are often seized up. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later. Ever tried to change a tire and the lug nuts just won't budge? Here's what you do. Soak them with WD-40 for a few minutes. It seeps in and breaks that rust bond, making your emergency roadside fix a whole lot easier. Let's not forget your antenna. If your car still has a telescoping antenna and it gets stuck, WD-40 will free it up and help prevent bending or snapping when you retract it. Super handy, honestly. And here's a detailing pro tip. WD-40 removes tar and bug splatter from paint and bumpers without damaging clear coat. Just spray, wipe, rinse. Done. Looks like a $50 hand wash. Now here's one even some mechanics don't know. Use WD-40 on rubber trim and weather seals to rejuvenate them and prevent cracking. Just spray lightly onto a cloth, wipe the rubber and enjoy that deep, like-new look. Perfect for door and trunk seals. Last but not least, spray a light mist of WD-40 in the wheel well or underbody before winter. It repels water and salt, reducing the risk of rust. Mechanics charge hundreds for undercoating. This is a budget version that actually works. So let's break it down. WD-40 isn't just a lubricant, it's a rust buster, a cleaner, a protector, a $5 investment that could save you thousands over time. Most drivers overlook it. You now know 19 powerful reasons not to. If you learned something new, smash that like button to help someone else avoid a $900 repair. Drop a comment if you've used WD-40 on your own car. What worked, what didn't. And be sure to subscribe to Gear Specs for more car hacks, tips, and DIY breakdowns that make you smarter than your mechanic. Because in the world of cars, knowledge isn't just power, it's money saved.